ahead of our conversation with Shantanu Roy, who's the CMD of BEML. Mr. Roy, hopefully we've been able to provide a good picture of all of the operations that you're currently undertaking. But I want to get into the specifics of this latest order, which is a 590 crore order from the Ministry of Defence for the supply of trawl assemblies. From the longer standpoint, how important is this order? Of course, it shows up your near-term revenue, but is it strategic in nature?
Good morning. Yes, it is strategic, and it also consolidates our position uh, for the combat engineering segment. So trawl is it comes from the family of demining mining equipment, which are put on the combat vehicles. The trawl is to be fitted on T-72, T-90 tanks, and we have earlier executed the track width mine plow, and we are doing quite a few other mining equipment, basically the combat engineering equipment. So it adds to the family, it adds to our, it consolidates our current portfolio. And the trawl is a very comprehensive equipment. It has a roller, it has electromagnetic device, it has a power pack of its own, it has a track width mine plow, and it will help the Indian Army to navigate the minefield areas, breaching the minefield areas.
Interesting. So, when we were talking about the split of revenues, Mr. Roy, and we were talking about certain products that would come into the fore in a couple of years, and you're talking about even the maritime requirements, right, for the cranes. If you look at this and you look at the trawl assemblies, what is the kind of contribution that you anticipate it will have in the coming years?
You see, the trawl assembly, the order value is already known.
Yes.
So in future also, it may contribute, a similar number. But the real growth driver will be the rail and metro sector, as I can see. Uh, if you look at our current order book, so rail makes up around 66-67% of that. 23% comes from defense, around 5% from mining, and the silver lining is the $107 million order book that we have for international business. It also makes up for a sizable chunk. We are also aiming at further international orders, especially in the heavy earth moving segment, as well as for the metro and rail rolling stock. So that is going to be one of the major pillars for the which will drive the growth of BML over the next 4 to 5 years.
Mr. Roy, a very good morning to you, and so much focus because of the defense orders. But since we're speaking about rail and metro, there were some stalled metro projects. Can you give us any update? And this was from what we saw last quarter. Can you give us any update or movements there?
I'm not aware of any stalled metro projects. Yes,
I would say delay in beginning, if I could say that technically more correctly.
Uh, I won't say there is any delay. Bangalore Metro, we have delivered around 6, 7 train sets last year. Uh, it has taken off. Uh, this year, the bulk of the Bangalore Metro will be executed. We will start delivering the Chennai Metro. We will again start the 33 train set order for Mumbai Metro this year. Uh, yes, some of the orders which you were expecting to secure last year, it has rolled on to the current financial year, but it is very much on track. There are some new tenders also which are out in the metro. So 26-27 should see at least 3, 4 major metro orders being finalized, and which will augur well for BML.
Fair enough. So the ones that got rolled over, any kind of details that you can give us on the extent that have been rolled over and what you expect to come through? I think Bhopal is one that you're looking at.
No, Bhopal Metro it is being executed by some another company.
Okay.
The tender that is out is currently the Chennai Metro, and for Delhi, there are 2 tenders which are out for the metro rolling stock. We will also expect some more metro tenders coming out from the Mumbai area. Uh, Apart from that, some more tenders from Andhra we can expect this year. Bangalore next phase we can expect this year. So these are the metro orders, that are in the pipeline, metro opportunities, I would rather say, which are in the pipeline. In fact, for 26-27, as I've already mentioned earlier, we have an opportunity size of around 40,000 crore, which is mainly led by 70% from the rail and metro sector, 20% from defense, and 10% will be from the mining or the heavy earth moving segment. And we will aim to get at least 50% of these orders. So let's see. Only time will tell. We are working out the strategies for achieving uh, the stated goals.
Wow. Mr. Roy, good morning. Neeraj here. So I have a follow-up on just that. Two questions on that, just that. On the rolling stock requirements, I believe in the February call, you have stated that the requirement could be about 15,000 cars, and you hope to bag 50% of that, which is 7,000 cars, or maybe 4 or 5 years, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah.
Could that be a linear uh, order bagging curve, or could it be lumpy? And will we see lumpiness in FY27 itself, or FY27 seems to be on track for a linear growth?
Uh, it's very difficult to say whether it will be linear or lumpy. So generally, it has been seen that it is always a sinusoidal curve, right? It is cyclical. So 26-27 should prove to be an exception to the earlier years that we have seen. And the same trajectory may not be there for the coming years, but yes, in totality, for the next 3 to 4 years, the numbers that you just mentioned, they are going to be finalized. That is for sure. Now, which year, how much it gets done, that only time will tell.
But FY27 should see a good number. I presume that's the takeaway that I have from your answer on the rolling stock. The second question, sir, is on the number that you mentioned, that between the three areas, you foresee an opportunity size of 40,000 crores from which you hope to bag about 50%. So circa about 20,000 crores. Now, I, please help me understand, sir. As I look at the numbers for the last 3-4 years, FY22 or March 2022, we were at a revenue base of 4,300 odd crores. We've closed 2025 at 4,022 crores. Trailing 12 months is 4,200 crores. So we've kind of maintained that revenue run rate, but the order booking is looking strong. When do we break out of this? Could FY27 be the year when the growth on the top line comes by, and what would be a 3-year trajectory maybe?
Uh, Let us understand, uh, for a sustainable revenue, what is needed. As a rule, the revenue is generally one-third of the order book, of the
Okay.
executable, of the total order book, and out of which, 100% cannot be executable in 1 year, right? So as we increase our order size, what is important is that executable order book throughout the year. In the past, what we have seen is that quarter one, we do 10%, quarter two, 20%, quarter three, 30%, quarter four, 40 to 45% also. That trend has to be broken for us to break out from the earlier numbers. And in 26-27, we have that kind of cushion with us where we won't have to, run for orders. The current order book will enable us to perform equitably or almost equitably in every quarter. Uh, because again, the rail and metro orders, when the order comes, it takes 2 years to develop a proto, and after that, the bulk production starts. So 26-27 is that year when the bulk production will happen for most of the projects. A couple of projects, the bulk production will go into the next financial year, that is 27-28. So 26-27, 27-28 currently looks much, much better in terms of the available orders, in terms of the executable orders that we have on hand. At the same time, it is very important to build up the order book. In order to further grow the revenue, it's very important that 26-27, we build up the order book by at least, you know, 70% to 80% of the order book that we ended the year with. And that should help us for years beyond 28, 29, beyond 27, 28, 28, 29, 29, 30. So the medium term and long term projection, if we talk about, then it's very important to build on the current acceleration, the current velocity that we have in the order book, and uh, build it up to such a scale that one third of that can be executed year on year.
Fair enough. Mr. Roy, just want to understand, and I know you maybe not be able to give us too many specifics, but there was a one-off provision in the last quarter which had a bit of a negative impact on your margins. Are we back to mean or back to the area before? You think margins are going to come back to where they were?
Uh, Let us see. I don't want to speculate. We are in the silent period, so
Okay.
you need to for another month or so. But yes, it is. I mean, we have been very open about it. That it was because of some legacy which we had to sort out. And the good thing, the important thing is that the project is back on track.
Fair enough. Just wanted to ask about your mining division as well, because we've spoken about defense, we've spoken about rail and metro, but let's talk a bit about mining and the kind of growth that you're expecting in the mining and construction segment. What are the mining order picture looking like? What is the mining order picture looking like?
Uh, Fortunately, this year, as we start, we are assured of some big ticket orders where we have already emerged as L1 during the last financial year. So this year, we should look at order inflow from mining itself, at least 700 to 800 crores, plus some more orders we are expecting from the international business, from the international market. Already one such tender is out from Tunisia, which is valued at around 110 million euros. Uh, the order that we received from West Asia, that value does not include the maintenance. That contract has a provision of 5 years maintenance plus 7 years optional maintenance. So that will further add to the order value. But again, uh, it may not be sustained. What I see is currently the mining vertical, the heavy earth moving vertical, it will grow at around 5% year on year until unless we diversify. We are making efforts to diversify into surface miner, which will be required in future. I'm not so sure about the underground mining equipment. We are yet to start work on the underground mining equipment. But what we are looking for is alternatives like the tunnel boring machine, like the maritime crane, so that this particular vertical, whatever is the downside, it may happen in the coming few years, it can be taken care of by these alternatives, by these diversification strategies.
Thank you for joining us today and answering all of our questions, Mr. Roy. That's the management of BEML.